And then you have the Lulu Lucian for late game and all the catch potential out of an Elise and Alistar. So I like what they've put together. Very good team fighting prowess right now. Fiora dives in, gets a big knock up. Alistar able to follow relatively easily, and they do have a lot of late game damage.
Yep.
So we need Poppy with items, so we have an equally good team fighting top laner as opposed to an equally good split pusher, because they kind of had to pick their poison. And right now it's on S17 to see whether he can hold the Poppy down in lane.
Well, it makes an even better looking draft than for Royal, who starting off on the right foot here for their last game of the week. You can see those team comps there, but well executed by HYG to take it safely. Smart. We'll go a bit wide. There we go. We'll pick up the dragon though. So HYG take what they can as some towers trade in opposite sides of the map to run back to if anything should befall him.
Yeah, you can see straight away. Wants some aggression there. Pops the W to try and stop the dash, but now it's in, and Lupa's in big trouble.
Very nice from March here. One vital left. Lupa doesn't really want to flash. Does do it late, but the Thunderlords procs after the Q, and that'll be first blood.
And that's why you either flash early or you just don't flash at all. In the end, Lupa does fall down to a very nice gank from March. There from Mlxg. You just see how confident he is on this champion. As another good trade in the mid lane.
This is an interesting all-in. Gosu actually maybe a little late on the ulti. He's already been ignited, but xiaohu, no more abilities to go back in, and they just use everything almost.
Yeah.
The blue buff knows those cooldowns are nice and low. As now top lane, Mlxg is going to join in, but it's the wrong 1v2. HYG's top lane are going to try and get out of this one. Does pop the grand challenge onto Lupa. Might need it for the vital proc and a bit more speed. Mata coming in as well as with a great pillar in a roam, and they combo it in. Lupa gets the charge in there. Ulti up from Mlxg, and S17 needs to get out. Lupa can't check the bush in time. Oh, barely misses the kill.
S17 able to get out into a pink ward that he'd placed earlier. Otherwise, just let it go down. It's only the second dragon of the game,
and Lupa actually going bottom side, it feels like. This could be problems for XQ. Where he run, he's going to run towards his teammates, which is probably the right direction, but Mata, we're going to block him off there at the pass. Oh, the pillar, not quite there. Mlxg in position, but the rest of HYG are ready to fight. Lupa, though, does want to, knocks up the Lulu. Now going to keep moving in there as the damage is out from the Graves. Whoosh, can't get in position as March is now caught completely out of it. And Mata going to keep chasing in. Seems like he's popped the ulti, getting the slows down there with the Trump. Lupa coming back in as they're going to pop the Lulu Wild Growth. Now Mlxg going to move in, needs to pop the ulti. xiaohu goes straight in, goes for the diver, misses the damage on the repels. A nice dodge comes out.
Oh.
There's the ulti out from Graves, but Shu with the face block, and that'll be just safe for now. Yeah, Lupa looking good. You can see actually working the bottom turret pretty hard. They may have found a catch here though. Elise caught in the jungle. Actually, Chain kept tethering. March, I think, got knocked back there. He's still CC'd up, but the Wild Growth will come in to save him. Martin now in as Lupa's deep into enemy territory. Grand challenge, you should be Mlxg. First kill there onto March. Now they're going to chase in towards Gosu in the mid lane. XQ though will come in to fend it off. Lupa taking a little bit too much damage. Mlxg has to go in. Shu headbutts Lupa to safety, and now he's going to go down as Whoosh picks up the reset going in for the next kill. S17 does answer back with a double as he takes out Poppy and Graves. Bit messy, 2 for 2. Yeah, but they are going to have to give up Dragon number 3. Mata can't steal it with a pillar up as well, so hasn't quite completed an item. Although xiaohu is going to dive in onto Gosu, will force the flash, just pop his way back with the W. See, it looks like HYG are going to pull it in, try and stop this, but RNG are trying to close the gap. Parry does come in there as Lupa will get knocked around and issued the grand challenge. Whoosh now getting aggressed on as that's going to force a flash out of Shu. Whoosh goes in, gets the huge buster shot to pick up the kill on xiaohu. He's going to chase down the other carries. His Ludens will proc and collect it as now March is going to be aggressed on. Pop up there from Lupa with the ulti onto Poppy, and they want to chase Gosu as well. Target selection looking great here for RNG as they might clean the whole rift off of HYG. Shu going to get tower dive, does not have his ulti. No, they'll pull out from him, but 4 clean kills. So he'll actually back away. Not needed yet for the DPS, but decisive team fight in the top lane for Royal. Will net them the Baron at the end of it. HYG not around to even have a look except with their scrying orb, and big swing now. No approach with still plenty of Baron buff left.
And wow, they've completely destroyed that turret as well. Hyper Youth Gaming cannot defend here. Lupa's still in the mid lane chipping away at that. So he can chunk them out. You see how much work he does.
And he's actually maybe going to take it by himself. It's going to be close. He will almost break it. But Shu's going to force a fight. Double pulverize finds the front line there for RNG as Lupa going to pop up that W. Now going to chase in. The turret will fall. RNG have broken the base in 2 spots now. These inhibs are very exposed.
They certainly are, and that'll be all she wrote. With a Baron buff, RNG able to take 7 turrets off the map. Or maybe even a team fight.
Oh, good bait here. They found a 17, good riposte, but he has to keep moving out of it. Damage is too much. Chang will miss, and wuxx now going to chase in for the kill. Little too greedy, but Lupa does actually pick it up with the teleport as he wraps around for the flank. Damage in the back line, though, as Lupa is just tanking everything to the face, and poor XQ couldn't last a second there in that fight. Elise does trade back there for wuxx, but Alistar is now going to die. March is going to try and run out of this, but he will be chased down by the rest of RNG, and Lulu, the only one left alive as Royal, continue to pad those stats.
And what a classy game out of RNG. You know, they waited, they were patient, they were able to trade farm so effectively. As soon as they had their power spikes, they were willing to pull the trigger. And it only happened 4 minutes ago. From 20 minutes to 24 minutes, they have completely slammed this door shut. Dragon double inhibs. There is absolutely nothing HYG can do at this point in time.
26 minutes into this one. S17 and friends just a little too far behind. Marta's going to get aggressive. wuxx will jump straight in on top. Repost is there. I think it might have blocked the charge, but a flash forward there for wuxx. Does get Cocoon, but Marta still there to protect him. Now the rest of the squad in for HYG as S17 still low in the back running towards that fountain. He will be safe. Marta able to protect the AD carries. The rest of Royal starting to move up.
Yeah, so they're able to get in there at the end, and wow.
Pre-flush.
Yeah, just so scared of xiaohu at this stage of the game. And that's a scary thing. That was probably the best they could have hoped for. Very big overextension.
Oh, Lupa. Damage there onto Shu. Gets low, is forced to pop that ultimate. Marta can appeal them up and separate them as S17s. Maybe caught out in the front line. Wild Growth is in. Lupa, 3-man knock up there with the ulti. XQ off to the sides, getting absolutely ripped to shreds. Gosu going to get bursted down as they'll claim another. Tristana does die, but I don't know if it's going to matter. It'll be a somewhat unclean ace, but they'll chase them down as xiaohu gets the double.
Yeah, and the flash pillar out of Marta there at the end to make sure they secure the ace. It will be a 27-minute victory, which is about 7 minutes quicker than their average, and they did it very easily.
Yeah, very efficient and ruthless. That's the Royal we've come to know in these first few weeks, and they'll continue on the right foot here as they look to end still undefeated here in week number 2. 1-0 now against Hyper Youth Gaming.
Yeah, and you can't even really say there was much Hyper Youth Gaming did wrong in that game. It was more what RNG did correctly.